Ladies and gentlemen, the Rise protocol has been initiated, and now the hungriest and the most skilled fighters across the boxing verse will compete in Breakout '03 Rise Up, the greatest small creator boxing card to date. Today, we have a very special fight, a part of the Blaze prelims, courtesy of Mark Flames. Today, we have Super JDS
Yes,
versus
sir.
Proxy. I got that right. Proxy?
Absolutely, you got it right
That's
on the
right,
nail, bud.
baby. They will be competing against each other on the Blaze prelims. This is both their boxing debut, so this is going to be fucking awesome. My first question to you guys is, how are we doing today? How does it feel to be a part of Breakout Boxing and the Blaze prelims for Breakout '03?
Yeah, it feels absolutely incredible. Seeing any opportunity at my hand that can be bestowed upon me to be able to show off my skill level, be able to show what I can do also in terms of promotion is extremely exciting for me. Coming from a digital marketing background, this is always something I love to do. And also someone that has recently got into combat sports. I got a real passion for it, and I'm excited to say that this bout is going to be the fight of the night. No doubt. Out of
Yes,
everything that's coming
sir.
up here, you guys don't want to miss this shit.
Super JDS, I'll ask the same question over to you. How does it feel to be on Blaze prelims and Breakout Boxing?
Man, it feels good. I'm just glad to be here. I appreciate the opportunity to pat the whole breakout boxing team. It's a big opportunity, and I'm just here to showcase my skills, man. I'm ready.
Absolutely. I'm gonna ask the first question actually over to you, Super JDS. What brought you to Breakout Boxing? We had talked before you had got a fight. There was a couple opponents in mind, but Proxy is the man who will be standing across from you. How does it feel? How did we get here? How did we get here to Breakout Boxing? What's your journey? Do you have combat sports experience, or is this something brand new to you?
Well, I started following the influencer boxing since the Logan Paul versus KSI fight. Ever since then, I started doing some YouTube and some Instagram, some TikTok, small creating. Ever since then, I've just been grinding, man. I've been hitting the bag outside, but no like professional training or nothing like that. Just all self-taught. But I'm ready, man. I'm ready to put on a show, and I just got on Twitter one day. Found out about the small boxing community, and I was like, hey, I need to get there. A few days later, I'm here, baby, and let's put on a show. I'm ready.
Absolutely. I love that answer, Proxy. You've just mentioned that you're from a digital marketing background and that also combat sports is new to you as well. It seems like it's the same with your opponent. How did you get into boxing and how did you get here to be at Breakout Boxing here today? Because again, everybody has their own journey.
No, absolutely. Great question. The biggest thing for me is I come from also a military background, a military family, always traveling over, meeting new people, having new experiences, understanding diversity, right? And with that, I got to meet a lot of people from different groups that have been able to be in the combat scene. And it's always kind of intrigued me, but I've never really taken that leap. And then actually coming up to whenever Misfits really started to launch, I really got to see, hey, this is a great blend of digital marketing and combat sports. Let's just go ahead and dive into it. Started off with me just hitting the heavy bag outside, started with me just going on runs and building up my cardio. Eventually found a great team and went to some great gyms. A great example for you is Keith Hughes out in Ocean Springs. He actually was a ref on Misfit 006, if I'm not mistaken. So it was really cool to see like that parallel there. But no, it's been an exciting time. I'm getting to be in my best shape I've ever been in, and I'm just ready to really showcase my talent and be in the ring with JDS.
Absolutely. That's an absolutely phenomenal answer. I'm asked the same question. I'm asking the same question over to Super J. Okay, hold on. I'm all over the place today, guys. Gonna have to chop this one up. Um, Proxy, I'm gonna ask another question over to you. What has your training camp been like? You say you're from a military background. You say you're getting into the boxing gym. You're new to boxing. What can you do in your training camp to prepare for Super JDS, which is not only your first opponent, but is your first fight as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So, really, ultimately, what it came down to, and my biggest priority is making sure I'm surrounding myself with successful people. That means sparring multiple times a week with really talented individuals way above my skill level, so that I can really gauge myself and also be in the fire with some of the toughest opponents. Secondly, right, and we talk the second part being my team, right? I have a great coach in Dejor, has a great MMA and kickboxing background. He's my dedicated main coach. I have Steven, who's helping me with strength and conditioning. And then Nick Feltz is more of my hype man, goes with me everywhere I go, make sure I keep that blood going, and make sure I'm staying energized. Aside from that, man, it's really right now my focus here because I already have a lot of solid techniques. I got a lot of good punch variety. It's really building up my cardio in these early weeks and making that weight. Of course, I'm going to have to come down quite a few pounds, so it's been exciting, and I'm making great progress on that.
That's great to hear. Super JDS, I'm gonna ask the same question over to you. What has your training camp been like? We've seen that you said that you are outside hitting the bag. What else can you do to prepare for Super JDS? Because what can you do, Super JDS, to prepare for Proxy? Because Proxy again is your first boxing opponent. This is your first fight. Okay, so you guys are in the same boat. What can you do to have the edge over someone similar to you?
Uh, Man, just put in more hard work, man. That's it. Yesterday, I started my first training camp day. I live in a small town, so I got to put in the work and go look for trainers. They ain't like no boxing gyms around here. So I got 2 days here a week, and I go out there like an hour away. 3 days, so I hit like 5 days a session. 2 hour sessions. I'm putting that sparring, man, and I'm just ah Proxy. You better put in that work, man, because the talent cannot be denied, man. You're in for some big trouble, buddy.
Now,
Ooh.
listen. I think there's a big thing to be said, and I need to state this right now, right? Me and Super JDS are clearly extremely motivated. We're putting in the work. I know when I see a tweet from him, it motivates me to get back in the gym. I know when he sees a tweet from me, I know he's going out there putting in the work. So there's no doubt that either one of us are not gonna leave anything on the table. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna put on an absolute war. I'm talking about two gladiators fighting. None of this fake drama bullshit that we see going on sometimes. We're talking about two fucking fighting men putting in the work, putting in the time, and showcasing our skills. So you can have no doubt that when we go in that ring, we're gonna fucking buck. We're gonna
Yes,
buck,
sir.
and it's
Yes.
gonna be pure entertainment. Absolutely.
It seems like we both got fire on both ends. And when it comes to fire, comes strength. Super JDS, this next question goes over to you. What is your biggest strength coming into this fight? Because again, I know I keep mentioning it, but again, debuters here. Debuters, it's your first fight. So what can you carry from your experience all the way in life so far into the boxing ring and into your training?
Just my IQ, man. I'm a really smart guy, and I'm also pretty quick. I've always been an athlete. I've played soccer my whole high school career, so I got that athlete in me. And hey, man, that's something that you can't deny. Like I said, I got the natural talent in me. Just a few tweaks here and there, and I'm gonna be one of the top dogs in this scene. Just mark my words, man.
I'm gonna ask the same question over to Proxy. That was a great answer. What's your biggest strength coming into the ring? You've mentioned digital marketing, military background. There's a lot of skills that go into that. So what can you bring from from your life so far, now that you're bringing it into your camp and stepping in the ring as a boxer?
No, great question. Really, for me, and I've always been told this since I was a young one, is I'm a jack of all trades. I have a great ability to visually see something and replicate it pretty much on the spot. And I think that's comes down to my IQ and my intellect in the ring. There's a lot of strategies that I pull from great fighters like Sugar Shane Mosley, Canelo Alvarez, Robert Duran. I'm looking at these and I study them, and then I implement in the ring without any practice prior, and it shows when I'm going up against talent of a higher caliber. And every single time we wrap up a sparring session, they tell me something. They say, "Damn, you have a natural talent. You have a natural talent at this." They say, "Damn, you actually are putting in the work. Damn, how did you even put this together when you're just starting to learn how learning the fundamentals on the strongest basis here?" So the biggest thing for me that goes in is just my ability to read people, my ability to make adjustments in camp, and then of course my motivation. My motivation is unmatched. Like again, military background, right? Self-made. Everything that I put work into making bread on my back end comes from me working my fucking ass off. So I think the biggest thing that is going to be exciting for us is like I said, JDS is putting in that work. He says he has that natural talent. He says he's fast. He has that athletic background. I have that motivating factor and that ability to have that high sense of IQ. It's going to be an engaging fight for sure.
I'm gonna ask another question over to you. It's a little multi-layered question. So your opponent, Super JDS, he's in this call right now. You guys are finding out a lot about each other. Both debuters, both have experience in life, and both are saying that you guys have natural talent at this shit. What would a win mean over Super JDS, and how do you feel about this man? You've already said that there's no real underlying beef or anything, but you guys have already said you guys are ready to go in there. So tell us about that.
Yeah, really the biggest thing for me is it's an opportunity to really get that ring rust off, right? Make sure to get those first fight nerves out of the way. Honestly, the biggest thing that I can say against JDS is he's just someone in my path. I'm sure he feels the exact same way. There's no emotional ties, right? There's nothing leading up behind that that's making us think blindly, right? So we're going in there at our sharpest points and ultimately leading us down a path up in breakout. I think the biggest thing I want to be focusing on is 3 to 4 fights this year. That's what I'm targeted. That's what I'm focused on. Royalty Promotions, absolutely awesome group of people. They know where my skill level is at. They've seen the work. They know what my goals are. And so ultimately, if I can have a fight on the main card, right? I'm a main fight carder. Listen, I'm going to be the biggest promoter in the scene. There's no doubt about that. I have the skill set behind me. I have the knowledge behind me to really be effective. And you're seeing that with the impressions I'm getting right now on social media. Someone that was a nobody 2 weeks ago to the scene is making an impact like this. So that's where I stand on it.
That's a fantastic answer. Super JDS, how do you feel about your opponent? He seems very similar to you in a lot of ways. Seems like a mirror versus mirror. And also, what would a win mean over Proxii as well? This man, he's coming for the same things as you. He wants to be a main card fighter, 3 to 4 fights a year. Also, shout out to Royalty Promotions. But tell us about that.
Man, it would mean a lot. A win over him. He's got, like he said, he's getting all the impressions. He's got promotions behind them and everything. So a win over him. Shit, I know I'm the underdog in this fight, but hey, a win is gonna put my name up there, and that's what I'm looking for the ring experience and to put my name out there in this scene.